Well, I tell you, I really didn't want to talk to the press because I don't need publicity, for one thing, the way I feel about it. And I've talked to the press before about different things and everything, and everything that I had told the press, they always seem to turn it around and make me out to look like the person I'm really not. But I decided to go ahead and talk to the press to cooperate with the administration, and on advice of my attorney and everything, he said it'd be better that if I would talk to you people and everything, so I went ahead and decided to do it this way here and give you all an interview all at one time and then be done with it.
Mr. Mercer, what was your reaction to the Supreme Court ruling regarding that?
Well, at the time that I heard it and everything, it upset me. I can't say it didn't because, like I was telling this gentleman earlier, I'm not really the person that the press and everybody's made me out to be. And it's just a hard thing to accept, but I can't accept it. And because of the love of my wife, and since I've been here in the institution and everything, I've come to find the Lord again, and He helps me with these matters also.
Mr. Mercer, you've been, of course, convicted of murder. You're on death row. You say people have made you out to be something you're not. What kind of person are you?
Well, when this here all came about, I was just like any of the rest of you people. I worked hard on the streets. I was in concrete work and everything. I did it for about 14 or 16 years. I paid my taxes. And I have a daughter that I was raising. And I just lived like a normal human being, but seems that I was a biker. And I've been one all my life, and I'm proud of it. My mother, which I haven't seen all my life because she put me in an orphanage, and she was a biker, and it was born in my blood, and I've been condemned more or less because of this, because of what I stood for and everything. I always lived by the rules of society and everything, but society always considered me an outcast because of my way of life, because it's something that society does not understand, and they won't never understand it, because I had something that they didn't have, and what they do behind closed doors, I would do out in the open, because I wasn't ashamed of anything that I've done, and I'm still not.
Is the death penalty justified for someone who has committed murder?
Well, I feel this way here about the death sentence. I feel that it's not right for any given state or anybody to take a person's life. But when I was going through my court proceedings and everything, they say it's the law of the land. And but I feel that no one has the right to take another person's life, no matter what the situation may be. And as far as myself personally, I don't believe in taking other people's lives anyway.
Mercer, what are your feelings on death? You say you found Christ. Are you calling to Him for help now? Do you fear death or what?
No, I don't fear death. And I want it to be known that because of my situation and everything, I didn't return to Christ because of this. I was brought up as a Catholic, and I got away from him and everything, but he does help me and does give me strength, and the love of my wife and everything, and the people that do care about me and everything, it gives me a lot of strength and everything to do what needs to be done, and to face up to reality and everything.
What are your thoughts concerning those final moments?
I can't comment on that because we all sitting here right now don't know that I will have to go down there or not.
How would you like to be remembered by your family in those places?
I have a mother and father no more. They're gone, and I have a whole new family now, and I want them to remember me as they know me, not as the public has been let to know me or what's been said in the press. Because my loved ones and my wife, my daughter, and the people that do love me and do care about me and everything, they know me for what I am, not for what other people have said about me.
Have you talked to others on death row?
As far as the talking about this down there on death row and everything, I can't. We have discussed it and everything. Of course, every man down there discusses it. It's talked about, and I can't put the words of them other men into my mouth, because you people would have to talk to them to know their feelings, because only they themselves know how they feel about it.
At this point in time, do you have anything that you would like to say to the Keeton family?
I'm sorry for what happened to their daughter. I truly am. And even though that there was not much that I could do about it, I was just put into a situation, and I more or less accepted everything that was put on me and everything. But I am truly sorry for that family and everything, for losing their daughter and everything, because I know how I would feel if I lost my daughter or my wife.
Are you ashamed of that?
I have nothing to be ashamed of, because I did not kill Karen Keeton. So I had no guilt whatsoever. I feel sorry that they lost their daughter and everything. But as far as being ashamed or anything, I have nothing to be ashamed of. Sir?
You were on the scene.
I will not answer that question.
Mercer, you said, you were quoted as saying that you intended to hang Tough. Can you elaborate on that?
Hanging Tough, in other words, it means that I will withstand all this, and I have accepted it, and I will handle everything to my best ability. That's what it means. And I have some good Christian friends out on the streets and everything, and they also use this word.
Mr. Mercer, you're a court-appointed lawyer that reported that he had any trouble getting his money from the state that the ACLU for help. How might those conversations affect your case?
Well, ever since we started this case, my attorney has had trouble with the funds. It seems that the state, they never would give us the appropriate funds for him to represent me the way that he actually wanted to. And I need all the help I can get right at the present moment. And we're willing, like I discussed with him down there earlier before I came up here, we're willing to receive any help that we can get from anybody.
Right now, from what you've been told, where do you think you stand in this appeal? What do you think the chances are that you won't have to face?
Well, I just have one thing to say to that. I'm in the Lord's hands, and I feel that He'll take care of all this for me. That's how I feel about it.
So if in fact stands that you will then have to be executed, you will accept that?
I will accept this as the Lord's will for me, and I have accepted it, and I've told Him this, and if I must die, then it'll be the Lord's will. But I don't feel that by my death that it's going to help anything out, like the lawmakers state on TV or anything. I don't believe that taking my life or anybody else's life is going to help cut down on crime whatsoever, because I've seen statements on TV, like out of St. Louis, that there's 54 homicides that have been committed alone this year. And when I caught this case and everything in Cass County, the first of the year there was 11 homicides within the first 4 days after I received this case that I have right now. So I don't believe that it's going to profit anybody. But if the public or the lawmakers and all of them think that it's going to profit them, well, I guess that's their own opinion.
Mr. Mercer, the courts have allowed the state to carry out an execution in the last couple of years. Would you be optimistic that that won't happen to you in light of the past decision?
Well, it's just like I told this man earlier. I feel that if the Lord wills for me to die, then I'll die. And if He feels that I shouldn't, then I won't.
Mr. Mercer, you denied killing Karen Keeton. Did you rape Karen Keeton?
No, sir. I had no comments to make on that subject.
Were you a member of the motorcycle gang? What did you think about the death penalty?
I want to clear an issue up with everybody, and I caught this case out of Cass County, and there's a certain individual motorcycle organization that belongs to this county and everything, and it's been publicized quite a bit that I belong to this organization out of Cass County. I won't mention no names, but I never belonged to the organization that I was supposed to belong to. I had been a biker all my life. I was the president of a motorcycle club, but when this all came about, I was retired. My patch had been hung up for 3 or 4 or 5 years, and I was no longer organized or had any. I associated with different individuals and everything because it was my lifestyle, and I had a lot of brothers and sisters that still do belong to motorcycle clubs and everything in the United States.
So before you were arrested, how did you feel about the death penalty?
I didn't have anything. Why should I think about the death penalty? Because
Did you have any view of it?
I didn't have no idea of what was even going on, and I actually didn't know that this here was going to be put on me when I first talked to my attorney, John Lozana.
What was your view of the death penalty for other people at that time?
I had no view of the death penalty at other time because that thought never entered my mind because I never was much for politics or reading the newspaper or involved in anything like that.
Was your own situation there that disturbed your view of the death penalty?
Really, I don't have anything to say about the death penalty because I don't trip on it.
Getting back to stereotypes of these motorcycle clubs, as you call them, one of the stereotypes is that you have to be tough, that you have to set the example for the rest of your life. Another stereotype is that it never leaves your blood. Do you feel now that you have any pressure on having to be tough when you last moment or two left?
I don't claim to be a tough man, and that's where you and many others, the public, have the wrong opinion of motorcycle clubs. If any of you have really read up on it and stayed up with the motorcycle clubs and instead of just publicizing the bad things that are supposed to have been done by the bikers, they have charity runs for children, and they give blood, and you don't have to be tough to be a biker. It just was more or less my way of life. And these people that belong to these clubs and everything is like a family to them, and maybe you people will never understand that. And when you go through the processes and everything of being a prospect, it's something you're proud of. You earn your patch, and it's just something that you can be proud of because your patch and your brothers and your sisters mean more than life itself to you because you would give your life for your brothers or your sisters. And I don't expect you people to ever understand this.
When you say, Mr. Mercer, that you did things openly that other people do behind closed doors, and that you had something that other people did not have, what do you mean?
I had a way of life that people did not understand, and I was condemned of this. And what other people do behind closed doors and everything is done every day, you do it. Everybody in this room does it. Now, if you want to discuss this with me, you tell me your problems, and I'll discuss my problems with you.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the rednecks, the people that think they're so goody-goody and so righteous and everything and look down their nose on other people, but yet, instead of cleaning off their own back porch first and looking at themselves in the mirror and giving their own self an evaluation, they think they're better than everybody else, and they look down on other people for what they are and what they stand for. And everybody on this earth is no better than anybody else. We was all created equal. We're all supposed to have brotherly love towards one another and everything. And in this world, that is not done because other people think they're better than other people because they might wear better clothes, or they got all their hair cut off, or they might be clean shaven, and they look down on other people for this because other people do what they feel is right for them. And what's right for you don't mean it's right for everybody else, but people condemn you for this. People condemn me for what I was. And I'm not a bit ashamed of what I was, and I still am the same as I was then. And I'll never change.
Tony, do you feel that you've been treated humanely and with dignity in prison, or do you have any complaints?
as far as this penitentiary is concerned, the way I've been treated in here, I've been treated good. I had no beef. I'm just like any other inmate in here. I don't expect to be treated any differently than any other inmates in this institution. You have rules and regulations that you have to live by in here, and if you don't do this, then you bring punishment upon yourself. And the warden and the assistant warden and everybody, I can honestly say that they've been good to me. I had no beefs whatsoever.
What do you do as part of your daily routine? Do you have a job or?
No, I don't have a job. What I do when I've been working out, I work out with weights, and I do this for 4 to 6 hours every day. Of course, I write my letters home, and I read the good book, and I have a lot of things that keep me busy and everything. As people, as death row inmates and everything, we're not allowed out in the population or anything, and we're segregated. We're down in ADSEC, and we live in our cells 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we get to go to recreation during the week, maybe once a week or twice a week. Here lately we've been getting to go out for 30 minutes, twice a week. And other than that, we only come out of our house like I'm sitting up here talking to you people right now, and when we have visits or my attorney comes to see me.
Mr. Mercer, has anything changed in your routine life here since the day before yesterday?
No.
Since the Supreme Court came down?
No, I don't feel any different now than I did yesterday.
Mr. Mercer, since we, the members of the media, are guilty of stereotyping waitress clubs to such an extent, since you feel that your fate now lies in the hands of the Lord, why did you call this a conference and it wasn't nothing more than a glorified publicity?
Well, let me clear
For just a moment, may I respond to that? This is not a press conference called by Mr. Mercer. This was a press conference that resulted because individual members of the media were seeking permission to speak with George. Now, the warden had a problem with this. George had a problem with this. If you want to leave now, you can go. You don't have to ask any more questions.
Mr. Mercer, that's right.
I think my attorney handled it quite well.
Mr. Mercer, your attorney reportedly plans to appeal with financial difficulties to leave that appeal.
Yes, it does, because when you have a lawyer to represent you and everything, and he can't receive the proper funds to do anything, then more or less his hands are tied too.
Honey, I talked to your lawyer on the phone yesterday, and he told me he'd been reimbursed $22,000 for his prior defense work, and that he would get along and finance this himself, and he didn't feel like he was taking food out of his children's house to keep a man from dying. I take it he's going to finance it himself until the state reimburses him.
Well, evidently, you and him discussed it and everything, so what he told you, he knows more about his financial needs and everything than I do. And if this is what he told you, then it must be true.
He says he's getting his money back from the state, but he has no money to get from the state right now to finance it, but he'll do it out of his own pocket.
Well, I know that myself, since John has been representing me, it was just like when I went to Judge Crow and everything, Nicholas Fiorella had to be there, because my attorney didn't even have funds to come down and to be there with me. He didn't even have gas money to come down there. And he wrote me and he more or less has told me everything about the financial status and the problems that he has had and different things that me and him both have went through and everything. And I realize that it takes quite a bit of money to represent a man in the courtroom and everything. And when the state has qualms about paying an attorney and everything, especially a court-appointed attorney, which you all know that there's a big discussion about that right now in the courts and everything. And it's just hard for him to do because there's things that need to be done and everything. And I think my lawyer's a fairly good man for representing me the way he does and standing strong with me and using his own money, even though the state won't issue him money, in order to help me out.
Mr. Mercer, people on the outside must think it's a little bit unreal, and can you see how, when they look at what they think you've done, that they don't have a great deal of sympathy for your position?
I really can't make any comment on that because I don't know how the public feels. I mean, I can't talk for other people. I can't blame people for their reactions or how they feel about me or the death sentence or anything. Of course, I know that they're going to feel sorry and hurt for Karen Keeton's parents and everything, for what happened to their daughter and everything. And I've been made out to look like a cold-blooded killer, and I can see where they would feel that I shouldn't be shown any mercy or anything because from what they've heard on the news press and everything, it's like I told you earlier, people out there believe what they read in the newspapers and what they hear, but they don't know me as an individual. None of them do, and maybe they never will. I don't know.
But to you, mercy is to be behind bars perhaps for the rest of your life rather than face death.
I don't look forward to being confined in this penitentiary the rest of my life, no. And as far as talking about the gas chamber, I have no comment on that.
If Mr. Lozano succeeds in getting your conviction reversed and you're set free, what will you do?
Well, I've thought about this quite a bit, and what I really want to do, if I get out of here, is get my wife and my daughter, and I just want to go off and be with them and live in peace and quiet, and try to be the man that I should be, that I feel like I should be, and I just want to have peace and quiet and live like anybody else does.